Thanks, Amy Jo.
You're welcome.
I wasn't ignoring your email. I did get it. It's been a little crazy at work. So
No, it's okay. It's been crazy here, so I felt bad. I was like, oh my gosh, I should have just called her.
no, it's okay. I would have bugged you if I needed you. And right now I always will need you, but not this second.
Okay. Well, anytime, just let me know.
Thank you.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Okay. Beautiful day today.
It was. Too bad I was inside working. Hello, Glenn.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, Caitlin, Mary.
Hi, Caitlin Mary. Yeah.
Hi.
There's Frank.
That's right. We're doing the old romper room thing now, right? And I see Frank and I see Caitlin Mary.
Oh, if it was only that easy.
Yeah.
How's Debbie doing, Glenn?
Debbie is doing okay. She's busy,
Yeah.
but yeah, she's doing okay.
How's her mom doing?
Taking care of mom.
Yeah. How's she doing?
Well,
About the same or better?
she's we're letting her do more on her own. But she still needs a lot of help. She's going in for some back surgery on Thursday. They're going to repair a vertebrae in her back
Thanks.
with glue. Basically, they go in with a needle and then fill up a balloon, and we hope it helps her with some of the pain that she deals with.
Is it a disc or a vertebrae?
It's a vertebrae,
Oh,
actual
okay.
bone. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's amazing what they can do now too. So there's a lot has changed.
Yeah, hyperplasty, I think is what it's called.
Hmm.
So you've been on the water at all?
Oh yeah, we took it out last. Wait, yeah, it was last Sunday. Windier than heck out there. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We were out on some whitecaps. It was that
Wow.
windy. But the weather was nice.
There you go. Yeah, I'm starting to think about winterizing. I got to get over to Port Charles and get pumped out and
Mhm.
start winterizing the systems.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think Lake Center has shut down their pump out yet. Or their water. They're not turning off their water yet either.
We just got water on our dock a month ago or so.
Oh, you didn't have water before?
No.
Oh.
We're in a kind of a new, it's an older dock, but it's just been kind of resurrected again. So he's got all the electric in and now the water's in and all the lifts are in. So it's a complete dock now.
All right.
Yeah.
Mm.
With Woodland, you never know what you're gonna get.
Well, I see they're making progress on the restaurant.
Yeah, they are. It's more than I expected.
Yeah.
To see it all up on stilts like that.
Mm-hmm. I hear that Port Charles is going to put in a rack system.
I heard they sold recently as well.
Yeah, and the new owner is going to put in a rack, not enclosed.
I was gonna say, I hope he looks at Lake Center's setup.
Yeah. Yeah, don't repeat Woodland's mistake.
You know, that lasted a long time and it was a mistake. I mean,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, but if it would have happened, if it wasn't enclosed, it probably would have just burnt on one side of it.
Yeah, it would have been half as many.
Right, exactly. But that's the way it goes. Now you get a restaurant and a pool.
Yeah, I got everything I need. I'm in a dock and I'm up on a lift, so I'm
Oh, okay.
good for the winter.
All right.
That's nice.
Yeah, we leave ours up on the lift all winter long.
Yeah, I did last year. It was fine.
Mhm.
A year before I put it up on the hard and shrink wrapped it.
Yeah. Well, since it's an outboard, I don't have to winterize it, so I can use it year round. We use it every month.
I got 2 sinks and a toilet and a shower and the
Yep.
whole hot water heater, generator, 2 motors.
Right?
It's an all-day deal.
Yeah, that's when you know winter is here. When you winterize the boat, it's done.
Ah, I know. We had a good year though.
It was a great year out there this year. Water didn't get too high, water didn't get too low. The temperature was good. We hardly had any rain on the weekends,
That's true.
so it was
It was a good boating season.
yeah, it was definitely a good one.
Now they're running out of water.
Yeah, at least they haven't sacrificed the Alton Pool yet for the river downstream,
Yeah,
but that's always a possibility.
but I think the Illinois is showing more traffic this year.
Mhm.
So maybe they're holding it to keep the Illinois active and everything from St. Louis north.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Corps knows that if they let the water out of the Alton Pool, that it's a one-time shot.
Right.
They're probably saving it until the worst of the worst happens.
Yeah.
But then again, it's only temporary too, letting out that much water.
That's true. But if we get all the snow they're talking about, we'll fill
What?
it up in spring.
Good evening, everyone.
Oh, Rob.
Good evening, Bob.
I'm glad Frank and Bob got the memo.
Everybody's wearing
Red
red.
shirt night.
Yeah, they're 3
yeah,
shirts in
come
a
on.
line.
Come on, guys. Galen and Glenn, what's going on?
Yeah,
Hey.
we did not get the memo.
Jeez, I'm
Frank,
sure
looks
when
like it's
Allison
under-
comes off of or turns her video on, she'll have it on. She's probably changing right now.
Yeah.
I match Caitlin Mary, maroon.
Maroon, I was gonna say, yeah.
It's sort of maroon. That's a red family. Cindy, your camera looks like it's you've got a tree on one side.
I don't,
She wants to be able to duck out every once in a while and just,
yeah. What do you want me to do with it?
I don't know. You're just sort of half of it's shaded out. So
Better?
there you go.
there you are. That's good.
I don't know what to do with it.
I think you got something blocking, either on the.
Is there a
camera-
little slide next to the camera?
Yeah. Or-
Yeah, a little slide door that opens and closes. Is it an iPad or is it a laptop?
Laptop?
Okay.
It doesn't have a slide.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's probably just smudged or something, maybe.
Is there
Yeah.
a Post-it note on it?
Okay.
That works.
All right.
Move it over? It won't move over.
You're fine. Just leave it like that.
Yeah, don't mess
Okay.
with the. It's sort of halfway working, so don't mess with it.
Okay.
You always let her go there. So let's see. Let me pull up the agenda here. I got it on my computer somewhere, but buried.
Mary's supposed to be there. That's why it's blank.
No, you don't share a camera. Where did I put the agenda? Give me just a moment. I'll pull the agenda up again. I seem to have misplaced it. A little too organized. All right, let me share my screen out. All right, are you all able to see the agenda?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, great.
Yeah.
All right, well, let me call the City of Burns Mill Board of Alderpersons regular meeting for November 2nd, 2022 to order. First order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance. So if everybody please follow after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
United States of
United
America.
States of America,
to the republic for which it stands,
For which it stands,
one nation under
a
God,
nation under God, indivisible,
liberty
with
and justice
liberty and
for all.
justice for all.
All right, very good. Thank you. All right, let's do roll call here. Gillen Harrison,
Here.
Bob Prado,
Here.
Glenn LaVenture,
here,
Cindy Davies,
Here,
Mary Shebley. I don't believe Mary's anywhere to be seen. And Robin Harris, and Robin is excused again. So, Amy, do you know anything about Mary?
No, I haven't heard anything from her, and she accepted the invite.
Okay, maybe she's just running a little late. I don't see anything here either from her, so. All right, moving on to item 4, amending and approving the agenda. Is there anything we need to amend on the agenda, or can we approve it as submitted?
We can approve it as submitted.
All right, can I get a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as submitted.
second,
Galen,
Aye.
Cindy,
I,
Bob,
Aye.
and Glenn.
yes,
All right, moving on to item 5, we have 2 sections of minutes to review. First are the minutes from the BOA meeting on October 5th, 2022. Let me, this shows who was present there. We had Glenn, Bob, Galen, Cindy, Mary, and Robin was excused.
I didn't see anything, so if anybody else doesn't have any objections, I will make a motion to approve the minutes from October 5th, 2022.
and I will second,
Okay, Galen,
Aye.
Glenn,
yes,
Cindy,
I,
and Bob.
Aye.
All right, then we have the minutes from the October 19th, 2022 BOA meeting, which are being presented here. And let's see, so Bob, you're excused, so you can't really vote on approving them. So we don't have a quorum for being able to review and approve this. We'll have to table this section.
I'll make a motion to table the minutes for October 19th, 2022.
second,
Galen,
Aye.
Cindy,
I,
Bob,
Aye.
and Glenn.
Yes,
I do want to say, Amy, that there are some instances where, I mean, we have a Harris and a Harrison on the board, and sometimes I'm referred to G Harris instead of G Harrison. So just for clarity, it would be good to make sure it says Harrison.
Okay, I sure will. Sorry about that.
Oh, not a problem.
All right, moving on to item 6, city warrants and financials. We have a warrant list as of 10/28. Let me spin down to that. And we're reviewing warrants in a total of $29,154.10. Start up here at the top.
So the shed for the police department was $107. Is that
Not
right?
that good of a deal. No,
I'm sorry, what are you talking about, Galen?
That was supplies for it. Supplies for the shed.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, what kind of discount are you getting?
Yeah, we should have bought two.
Yeah, and I see we paid the cowboy critters, so that's good.
yeah, got to keep in good standing with them.
Yeah, I asked Debbie about that and she said she never booked them. I'm
They
not
had an
sure.
email. It wasn't like a
Mhm.
signed contract. It was just that we said we were gonna do it the next year, and she gave them the date, so they blocked it off. So like, it was just the way it was communicated. It wasn't her fault necessarily. They
It was literally like a year ago and there was no
But-
communication in between that at all. So.
you would have thought like I would have reached out before I came
Yeah,
out.
Yeah,
confirmation,
exactly. I
yeah.
would have followed up too.
But I didn't want to, we canceled on them in I think 2021. So anyway,
Yeah, no, it's a goodwill gesture. It's okay.
It is. Yeah,
So,
I agree.
So I do want to point out that we've actually at House Springs Muffler, we've spent some money on one of Bob's vehicles instead of Frank's. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then hopefully that'll get that truck back on the road, Bob. Does it seem better now?
It seems better. We had it back one day and I had to go back over some work, but now we've had it for a week, so we're doing good.
Good. I think we need to make sure next year, for a capital, we include a new vehicle for you because that's pretty old and I know how rusty they get spreading salt.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
I'm trying
that was a
to
pretty,
approve one, trying to get one right now. Ford is not ordering nothing right now.
Yeah.
yeah, it is a pretty old vehicle for, especially for public
Oh.
works.
You know, I wonder if you may want to look into an electric truck, from that perspective. I've heard they're all aluminum bodies and a uniframe. So it might last better on the road.
it doesn't mean it won't corrode. It just corrodes differently.
Yeah,
So,
I wonder how the
Yeah.
electronics and the battery
Station.
connections and all those would withstand.
yeah, we'd have to get a charging station down there. So that might not be a good idea, but it's still something to look into in the option for it. So,
yeah.
because
The problem is probably dead in 4 hours snow plowing.
Yeah, I was gonna say towing capacity is not that great.
yeah,
Right.
and I guess technically you're towing a big bin of salt
Mhm.
in the bed. So,
Yeah.
well, as long as it snows during the day and we have a solar panel on the truck. we're fine.
Well, yeah.
Oh, there's the police.
Creation of planning and zoning.
What's this item here? Allison, you know what? that
Sorry.
is?
Sorry, I'm talking.
I was muted. I don't know. Amy, do you know what it is?
Yeah, it was for, I have the email. Give me a second. I'll pull it up. It was something that they created, a map of our planning and zoning, I think of Burns Mill.
Oh,
Oh,
we get
right.
that big
Re-
map every year.
Yeah,
I
that's what it
don't know
was.
What that was. Yeah,
Yes.
we just got it last month, I think.
And what does it reflect? The different,
Boundaries and
R1,
wards.
R1,
Yeah.
R2,
or boundaries and wards. Yeah.
okay. All right.
Be nice if it had all of it.
Yeah.
The wards and the and the
Yeah,
zoning
all
district.
overlaid in one.
Yeah, yeah. So,
So who is Paul Wang?
He is our psychologist for police department hires.
Oh, okay.
And Bob, what did you buy for the video screen in the courtroom?
That should be, it should be light bulbs for City Hall that we put in. We've been putting LED light bulbs in.
Okay, so
That's
it's not for the, okay.
Yeah, it's not for the video screen. No, I see that's wrong. I was just,
Well, those LED lights should last a lot longer too. Are you changing the ballast out too as you,
some of these, you can cut the ballast out of them and
Oh,
just
good.
wire them direct to LEDs. So that's what I've been doing as they go bad.
I see, okay.
Well, I'll make a motion to approve warrants in the amount of $29,154.10.
I
I'll
second.
Cindy,
Aye.
Gillen,
Aye.
Aye.
and Glenn.
Yes.
All right, go back up to the up here. So now we're into recognitions, proclamations. I don't believe we have anything on the, correct? I guess
No,
it
we
is.
do not.
Correct.
So then moving on to item 8, old business, we have ward redistricting. So I wanted to make sure we had this on the agenda because this is something we've got to get done fairly soon before the probably December or mid-December at the latest. And we've gone through this before, looked at our the numbers per ward, and we're very heavy down in Ward 3 because of the Burnsville mobile home facility down there, and then we're really light in Ward 2 up there on Franks Road. So Galen, I know you and I had talked and looked at some options for us, and you'd looked at further into the tool or a tool for this. 'Cause it's not just a house, you got to go sort of how many warm bodies are in each house.
Correct.
To draw the boundaries out.
Yeah, and so we can get, I mean, the data, the census data is there available for us, but in order to draw, there's the service that provides the census data in a readable format. They have links to third-party services that provides mapping applications to redraw boundaries. But a lot of these are for redistricting. So, it's either congressional districts or senatorial districts. So they're pretty broad at that point. There are some free versions that I've tried to redistrict our wards, but they only go by census tracts, not by house or not by streets. So in order to do something more granular, that you have to essentially purchase some type of mapping software, and it's a fee to do that. So I was going to send an email to MML to see if they have any suggestions for the tool to use to do what we want to do. So that's where we're at this point.
Okay. It almost makes sense that we follow back through. This came from Jefferson County, I believe, as far as the request for the realignment of the wards and
Right.
So they theoretically they should have some solution that they can provide to us, whether it costs money or not is another thing, but a usable tool rather than saying go carve something out of a rock for yourself. It doesn't make sense that they just throw it over the wall like that.
Right.
Allison, are you familiar with anything that's happening in any other cities that you're involved in?
Nobody else is redistricting, so no, I don't.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the last time we just looked at the houses and chose, you assume 2, if not 3 people in the house, and then you just
Yeah.
realign that way. You've got some level of discrepancy you can have, even
Right,
if
yeah,
it's not
it
perfect.
has to be within what, 10% or so. We're
10%.
just
Around
fairly-
10%. It can be
Yeah.
over 10% a little bit, but yeah, it doesn't have to be exact.
Yeah. We're just
So-
pretty far out right now, so that's
Mhm.
the challenge we're faced with. So.
And from what I understand, we have to provide a redrawn map. And then we have to provide the numbers within those redrawn wards. That's
Well,
my,
that's a good question. Does Jefferson County have the current districting and the current numbers?
Well, they provided us something. This was, we garnered this, hell, over a year ago. I think that the, let me see if I can find the data.
let's see.
It's gonna take me a minute here to. Here it is. Look at that, we got lucky. So this is what we have right now. And let me zoom into this so we can all read it. So in Ward 1, we've got 908 head count. Ward 2, we got 689, and then Ward 3, 1581. So
Yeah,
we've really
but
got
this is deficient.
how is it?
It's deficient in the fact that they established how many people are in Ward 3, yet they do not provide detailed information as to which house produced these numbers.
Sure. Yeah. So
if we just got that, then we can take it and realign it pretty
Right.
easily without an application.
Mhm.
If we just went back to them and said, hey,
well, I guess my point is though, it's November 2nd now, and I think we need to really come up with something by the beginning of December. So we're within probably a month out here of trying to provide something back.
Well, I also think, don't we have to have a public hearing about it as well?
It's probably true, I would think, as we announce the ward reboundaries, it'd be good to at least share that with public, either in a board meeting or if required, a public hearing to discuss it.
I think it has to be a public hearing.
I'm looking.
Okay.
I don't know off the top of my head. I can definitely look tomorrow though and let you know. I just,
Okay, that's fine. I wasn't looking for a solution tonight. I wanted to make sure we got this brought out and made everybody aware that this is something that we're on the.
the
know.
dates are really early this year too. Like I think it's like December.
Yes, I think it's December 18th or something like that. That's why I say it's.
And you've got to get it
two board meetings
recorded
away.
with the
Right.
county, because the one year we did it wrong, we didn't record it, and then our ballots were all off and
Right. Yeah, I remember that was the year that Glenn had to vote for me. I was running for alderperson and he couldn't vote for himself. And
Right.
I never did find out, Glenn, if you voted for me or not.
That's what happens when you go behind the
That's
curtain.
right. So
Well,
also,
He's here. I'm glad he got in.
okay. Well, look, for now, let's take and just table this for next meeting to make sure we have it on the agenda though to discuss, and maybe we can have a little bit more detailed information to discuss. Galen and I, like I say, we sat down and we looked at just a raw map, and it looks pretty straightforward on how we can sort of carve a couple areas out and adjust things to make the, at least from a broad perspective, it may work. But if we need to try to drill down and provide a count perspective, that's going to be a whole different story there, Galen. So
Right, it is.
My idea is the only way to do that is to find out what count goes to what property.
Yeah.
And then with that, you can make adjustments, pretty accurate adjustments.
Mhm.
true.
So.
Okay.
So,
And with this said too, Allison, can you find out? I'd asked a while ago. This is the new population of the city, 3172, I believe, is what the census delivered. We still have a 2,873 number on the Burns Mill signs coming into the city. Are we on the hook for replacing that number, or is the state or county do that?
I feel like it's the county, but let me check into it.
Yeah, it'd be nice because it's almost 2023, and that was as of 2020. So.
Well, we're proud of our growth, so.
Well, and the reason I bring it up, we have a farm out in St. James, Missouri, in Phelps County, and I noticed that their city signs, just like ours, the green ones, you know, they have updated numbers on the bottom of them. So somebody did something out there, so maybe it's county based or something like that.
And from what I remember, I thought the Missouri Department of Transportation changed their policy, and it's the city that's on the hook for updating that number. Whether you just replace it, you know, you pay them to just replace the number, not the sign, of course. So I think we might have to talk to MoDOT about that one.
Okay.
I'll find out.
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, so
How
can we
much-
get a motion to table? Galen, go on. I'm sorry.
How much lead time do we need to have a public hearing?
Well, that's what I was looking at, because if we have to have the public hearing, I think we have to post it relatively soon.
15
Right.
days,
So-
isn't it? So,
I don't think we have to have a hearing for redistricting, but I'm looking because
Yeah, I don't remember us doing it the last time.
I don't ever remember doing it before, and I know other cities have done it. I just like, it only happens from time to time. So I'm checking. I don't think we do, but I'll know maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow.
okay, all right. Well, just looking at the calendar, we have a board meeting on the 16th of this month, and then we're pushed out to December 7th. So we really need to have.
I
some-
can read you the ordinance. It says, whenever the corporate limits of any city shall be so extended, or whenever and as often as the population of any city of the wards may increase or diminish as to render, in the opinion of the lawmaking authorities of the city, a revision or redistricting of the corporate wards, they may do so by ordinance. So I don't think we have to have a public hearing, but I will definitely check,
Okay,
for sure. I'll
Yeah.
ask my dad. He knows everything.
okay, good. Yeah,
20 years ago, I would have said he knows nothing, but now I know he knows everything.
Yeah.
okay, good. So we'll table this for tonight, but we'll make sure we have it on the agenda for next board meeting, and hopefully more detail behind it, that we can share and actually talk about, and maybe even. have
Yeah,
board-
we probably will need to get the ordinance on the next.
I would think so
agenda.
too, yeah.
I would
Yeah.
feel better about that, because honestly, there's a lot of stuff that, we still have a little bit of a learning curve with. And I hate to wait till the last minute and then not do it right. So,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll try. Amy, will you get that on your notes for the agenda for next week or the next meeting?
Yes, I sure will.
All right, I've got it too, so we'll remember.
All right,
Yeah, I'll make a motion to table the ward redistricting.
Second,
all right. Glenn,
Yes.
Bob,
Aye.
Cindy,
aye.
Galen.
Aye.
All right, then moving on to new business, we have item A here, resolution number 220-605. And this is all spin down to that. We don't have to read this because we've adopted our new approach. So Bob, this is for up on Franks Road, 6703 Franks.
Yes, right there by Wheatfield Circle, like in between the two in the corner. I guess there's been so much truck traffic up there recently with them building and all that, that the pavement's starting to give up right there. It's like all the overlays come loose from each other. So the road's starting to come apart really bad.
Okay.
Right.
And I'm sure with plowing this winter that just you'd tear it up real good.
So
Yeah, I'm afraid
if
of
it was from-
I'll get it.
If it was from construction, are the road bonds for that?
We can't prove which ones that would go after.
Interesting. Okay.
And can they
You
still
know,
deliver
right
the
in front of a
asphalt?
certain address, I would say, yeah, if they were building right there, but it's just in the corner, so I can't prove which trucks are doing it. So
And Bob, can they deliver the asphalt still? Or are they still?
as of today, when I checked, they were still good with the weather being warm. Now, towards the end of next week, we might be in trouble, but right
Okay.
now,
Yeah.
good.
If we approve this, how quickly can they get on the work? Do they say in here?
Possibly by start of Monday.
Okay.
All right, so do we make a motion to approve it?
Yes, we do.
And do we have to read it when we approve it?
I don't believe we need to read it.
Just the
Right.
number.
All right, I make a motion to approve resolution number 2022-605.
Second,
Glenn,
Yes,
Bob,
Aye.
Cindy,
aye.
Galen.
Aye.
All right. Then moving on to item B, solid waste grant recycle center. So I just wanted to have this on the agenda. I know Amy, you and worked very hard on getting this thrown together at the last minute. I guess this is another example of something that sort of slipped through the cracks here for us that we weren't aware of, and you and Monica got it all driven home in that. Do you want to just discuss it a little bit with the explaining what you've got submitted out there at least?
Yes, so actually Monica did all of it. I just stayed and worked on other stuff. So I guess what happened was Debbie had the original login to be able to submit the grant, and they were not allowed to let Monica use Debbie, so they had to create a new login for Monica, but the system went down. And so the system went down and didn't come back up till about 3:30. So she wasn't able to start on it until then, which put us like around 7:30 on Friday night. But the lady who helped her with the grant, she stayed late just for us so that we could get it in. And Eric Larson also made a special trip out here just to help Monica through that process because it was her first time, and made a phone call to ensure that we did get our grant in because of the situation in the system going down. So she did request, I think she said 130,000. Not promising we're going to get all of it, but that's what she requested. So it's a good thing and we got it done.
Great. And well, thanks for
Yeah.
seeing it through.
So it had to be done that Friday?
Had to be done. The deadline was 5 p.m. on Friday, but we started. So Eric and Monica were talking early that morning and she couldn't get in. So then he drove out here just to log in so that he could like print the stuff for her, hoping she could submit it that way. But I don't know. It was something happened to where she had to have a login to submit it. And that system didn't come up till like 3:30. And so we were just kind of waiting until they gave us the okay to go ahead and start working on it. And it was just a lot of stuff to submit that they needed, like invoices for the last year for all the recycling. So I was busy pulling all that stuff while she was getting all the numbers together.
Well, it's good actually having exposure to what you need to gather for the grant. So now you can sort of think through that for next year, how you can somehow categorize items there to make it easier to say, okay, give me this for recycle center.
Yes, absolutely. It'll be a lot easier next year.
And hopefully you'll know beforehand that's due.
Yeah.
That's coming due.
Yeah, I thought don't they notify us quite far in advance that the grant's open and we need to get it submitted, or?
Yeah, I think, they were just working on gathering. I don't know what it all entails. I know it was a lot of work because Monica and Bob worked on it. She's the one who actually processed all of it. I just did the grunt work and got all the paperwork for her, but I guess it just had something to do just with that login. And then once you got your login, then it was just like uploading the information. So she was on the phone here's Mary. She was on the phone with her at the same time, and they were on this website, and then she was guiding her and she was uploading it. And it was just a big ordeal. But yes, usually we have a lot of notice, I thought.
Yep. Well,
is there any change in our out-of-pocket expense on that grant?
I'm not sure. I would have to ask Monica. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, I would still think it's 10% of the total grant is I believe is our out-of-pocket requirement. But the way we structured the grant, at least in the past, so that we have administrative costs for City Hall for Amy, Monica to work through the grant and track everything, and then we've got a portion of Bob's salary allocated to that too, as far as administrative oversight of the operation down there.
Right. Yes. Well, and it was, I think whenever Monica and Eric talked that morning, he said, you haven't started that yet. And we were like, no. So we didn't really know what it was all going to entail until it was over. So lesson learned.
It's just sometimes, we don't know. So like
I know.
next
Yeah,
year
it
will
is.
all be easier. I'm just glad it got in,
Yeah.
and it was nice for everybody to help us. So I appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure Jefferson County was very interested in us having the ability to request a grant, since it takes a load off Hillsborough for the recycling they offer there. So,
Yes.
Well, I appreciate all the effort that you guys put into it. I mean, it's a last minute thing and I know there was a lot of things to dig through and try to figure out. So it's pretty stressful, I would imagine.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm glad Friday wasn't a payroll day. That would have been bad.
I've been horrible.
My God, especially with that transition with the QuickBooks.
Oh.
Amy, we would never see Amy again.
Right.
This is a meltdown.
Okay, let's move on to item 10, legislation unfinished. I don't believe there's anything there. Then legislation new. Well, I don't believe we have anything to report out there. So we'll move on to item 12, administrative report. Allison, it's up to you.
Okay, let me see what's going on here. Sorry. Basically, Amy, can you tell them about the transition with the QuickBooks and give them an update on that?
Yes. So we are transitioned over to online again for the second time with just the regular online QuickBooks, but the payroll is not migrated over. And I've called them, I've been on the phone. I just literally leave them on speaker and I work and I'm on the phone for about 3 to 4 hours. They keep saying that we are a complicated case and that a certain person has to help with the migration, but we conveniently get disconnected before I ever get to that person. So I've tried to call him about 3 times. I did send an email Sunday night and I sent an email to every single contact I had in my email. I did get a response back. He called me. He said it's a complicated case and that he promised he's going to call me back. That was Monday. I have not heard from him, but good news is I reached out to Selena and she's certified in the online QuickBooks. So she is going to help get us migrated over in the payroll side. So, which is really nice because I can't get anybody to help us.
Do we pay a monthly fee for this service that we're not getting?
Yes, we're currently paying 2 monthly fees. So, I mean, 2 for both services. And that's what my biggest fit was with them is that we are paying for the online and we're also paying for the desktop. And that's bull crap really. So, but I can't get anybody to help me or listen to me. And we have to have it until we migrate over. So
the original problem was that QuickBooks didn't support our pension system, I believe. And that's what bounced it back. So anyway, we're still working on it. It's in the process and it's going to be good once we get it over.
yes, Selena's going to do that Tuesday for us.
Yeah. So we're
then,
working.
Yes. And then I'm going to try to get a refund for the desktop once, but I want to get migrated over and then I'm going to have the battle with the refund.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I don't want to do it until then.
Yeah.
Right.
So another thing that was going on, we've had some issues with our website. We talked a little bit about before we took off the ability to pay online for permits, and that has helped us to funnel things where we're keeping better track of them. Also, we had 2 payment systems for the courts and we don't know why, and they were mismatched with the fine amount. So we were able to eliminate the third-party pay, and that's going to save us some money. So that is good. Also, Dan, our new code enforcement officer, he's done a really great job putting together some procedures for us and checklists for the inspections. He's done a really great job with that. And Amy and I were able to work with Mary Ann and Dan as well today to get the planning and zoning agenda done. So I think everybody's happy now with planning and zoning.
Great. That's good to hear.
We will probably need to add some additional board members. Are we low on members, Amy? Is that what the issue is?
We are.
Yeah. So I don't know how we want to go about that. What we've done in some of the other cities is sometimes we have, like we ask like community leaders if they want to participate, you know, so if you all could kind of think if there's anybody you want us to ask to participate, we probably need to think about maybe posting on our website, asking for people to sign up.
How
So
many are we needing? Are we needing two additional members to P and Z?
At least,
I want to say 3, but
yeah. But right now, if we hold a meeting and if anybody doesn't show up, we don't have a quorum.
right.
I mean anybody. So,
Correct, and I don't know which one it is, but somebody is a teacher and I think that he can't come to the next meeting or coming up meeting. I don't remember if Bob, you remember who that was, but I'm too new, so I've only done one plan and zoning.
And I don't know that this list that we have is actually correct, because I think we only have like 4, don't we?
5.
I don't remember. I'll just tell you, I'm one of them, and it's usually three members for planning and zoning, and
And she's the chair. Okay.
yeah, she's the chair. So
Because I've got a list here, but I know it's not right because it has Cindy Davies on here. So I know
no,
that's
she
right.
used to be on, but now
Yeah.
she's in charge of the Aldermatic board.
What about Lisa Hosey?
She's not.
Amy, are you making a note of this?
Yes,
Okay, so Davies is gone, Hosey is gone. What about Richard Ross?
Richard who?
No,
Ross?
he's gone.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
he's, yeah.
John Shebley, I know he's on it.
Yep.
And then
Dan
Rick,
Dan McClure is there.
Dan McClure, you got that, Amy?
It's
Dan
not
McClure,
Mueller.
did he die?
It's Dan Mueller.
Oh, Mueller, right. Sorry, you're right.
Okay,
You're right.
you
Dan,
scared me.
and
Thanks, Mary.
it's Bob McClure who passed away. so yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
we got Rich Schwepp, is he somebody?
No,
Rick
he's not on it.
Oh,
But I think
he was
Mary,
never there. He was never there.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He said he would do it, but then he backed out pretty quickly.
Okay.
He was like, "No, I can't do it." So it really is myself, McClure, and
No, Mueller.
Mueller. Sorry.
And
Mueller.
Larry Hedrick.
No, Larry Hedrick is not on there. He used to be, like
He's
a
not-
long time ago.
Mary Ann told us he was on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
I haven't seen him in a long time. Like
Is
he
that we
may.
should find out?
Yeah, I got his phone number if you want to call him and ask him. You know.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it. So, all right. So we've got Bob Prado, Mueller, Larry Hedrick, maybe John Shebley, and then is there anybody else that's on?
Like I said, all I've ever seen is John and the other guy and myself.
Okay, yeah. So we really need to get.
Yeah.
So what do we need? 5 members? Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we really need to get another couple more people. So how would you like us to move forward with that?
Let's see, well, let's let the board members think about it and,
Okay.
and bring it to the meeting next month or next meeting. I'm thinking Jason Matthews mentioned he might be able to
Yeah,
help
I
out
did
there.
say that.
And so I'll try to call Jason.
What about Debbie? She didn't have anything to do. What about
She's with her mom. She can't do.
Yeah, she's busy. Yeah, let us know what you want to do with that, and we can, if we can't think of anybody, we can advertise it. And I would also just keep in mind that whoever we ask, we should make sure they share this board's vision of the future.
Yeah.
They have to live in the city, right?
They have to, they have to live in the city and they have to have some understanding of planning and zoning and what it's about too.
Well, I mean,
And I
okay,
just
so
confirm-
guys, technically they don't. I mean, technically we can teach them. I mean, that's how I learned. I mean, I had some experience, but I didn't have experience in Missouri and hey, this is what we need to do. And I mean, she's pretty good at it. The only problem I see is when it comes to rewriting some of the planning and zoning stuff, that gets tedious, long, and boring.
Well,
And-
and frankly, I think that some of this P and Z stuff, like I probably need to rewrite it and then submit it to planning and zoning is like, because I think some of it is not up to date legally, and so
Yeah.
I need to make sure, and I've never really had much contact with the planning and zoning board. If we came, my dad usually did it. But in the last few months, I've kind of come to understand that we maybe need like a little more hands-on attention to that.
No doubt. I mean, because we've done stuff, and then Bob would step in and he'd help us with it and make it right.
Yeah.
So
So when we get our new city administrator, that's something I'm definitely going to focus on in the next calendar year, is trying to get this P and Z buttoned up and cleaned up.
okay.
And I just confirmed, Larry is on the, planning and zoning.
Well, we should see if he can show up.
Yeah.
I think he did last time, but I think he was just on the phone, like you couldn't see him.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
And I think that's why Bob thinks he wasn't there, but I think he was on the phone.
Okay, well, we'll figure it out. All right, I think that's all I've got.
Would it be
Okay.
a good idea to talk to some of the homeowners associations to see if they can talk to people?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
That's a
both
great idea.
on the Ridge, Echo Lake,
Well,
Silverstone.
I've talked to many people in my subdivision. Nobody wants to do it. So
Oh,
you only have
thanks,
to talk
Galen.
Oh, you can talk again now.
I tried.
Yeah.
I'll pick on a few neighbors and see what I can come up with.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Allison. Moving on to department head reports here. Frank, you're up.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we got our flyer out for our Shop with a Hero program. Getting it distributed, hopes to start obtaining some donations to keep the program running. And we're already getting reservations for kids in need for the gifts. Again, this year, we're hoping to provide gifts for 75 to 100 kids. And we will be shopping at Walmart with the kids on December 7th.
Okay.
So if we're putting it out on the city we're putting it out on the city website, and if you know any businesses in the area that might want to help out, please let me know about it. So, does somebody have a question?
The flyer, Frank,
Say again?
did you send me a flyer?
I will send it to you tomorrow.
Okay, thanks.
I attended a law enforcement crisis intervention team meeting where law enforcement agencies and mental health providers give us resources. We exchange information, trying to help each other out. Several members of the department have attended quite a few trunk or treat events in the week before Thanksgiving, Halloween. These events are kind of getting pretty popular, and we're getting a lot of invites on them. I really think they're safer than the kids walking around the dark streets, but they're never going to end that. So we're going to continue to participate in these. We helped the Fire Ridge Fire Department with their big Halloween event at the main firehouse. And our officers were invited to Valley Middle School for their fall festival. And this was the first time that we were invited down there. And the school SRO, the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department SRO, was actually the one that invited us down there. So it was a pretty nice event. The officers got to meet a lot of the kids, a lot of them who live in our city. And I was just informed yesterday that the police department was awarded a grant from the Jefferson Foundation for $2,100 to put new stop the bleed first aid kits in all the police cars. So I'll be getting the paperwork together for all that. So that's all I have.
Hey, Frank, did we have any vandalism or anything on Halloween, or was it not one of those prank nights or anything?
No, I mean, the weather was absolutely beautiful. There were a lot of kids out, and we had, knock on wood, 0 problems for the night. Was a nice evening.
Oh, great.
Great.
Yeah, it seems like your guys were really active that night too, because we've seen them drive through our subdivision a few times.
Yeah, I had 2 extra guys on that night too. I thought it was important to keep some cars out in these neighborhoods and keep people safe.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, there's a lot of kids moving around there that night, and all at once too. So it's good to be present out there.
We gave out lots of candy. So
That's good to hear, Frank, and thanks for the
All right.
hard.
thank you.
All right, moving over to Bob Schmidt.
Only thing I got right now, we just been getting all our snow removal equipment ready, and I've ordered salt for delivery possibly next week or the week after.
Okay.
So that's all I have right now.
How do the trucks look as far as being ready for snow removal? Everything pretty good shape?
Yeah, two of them went together pretty good. I just had problems with some wiring on one of them, but I got it fixed. So we are up and
Hey, Bob, is that going to be that water line that's going under the highway? Is that just gonna be for water?
yes, that's just for public water to supply number 6.
Wow. And people are asking, are we going to be hearing from American Water to take over? Have you heard anything about that?
That I have not heard nothing about.
Good.
Nothing about American Water. No.
Okay.
Yeah, Mary, I used to work with St. Louis County Water when they got taken over by American Water Works back in the, heck, this is, I think, in the late 90s or whatever. But I know American Water Works is very aggressive on all these smaller water delivery systems throughout the United States, because they're not just in Missouri American Water, they're throughout the U.S. here. So it wouldn't surprise me that they come in and do that, because they pretty well, it's not a hostile takeover. You know, they provide a fair price for the operation and then just take over the system. But I'm surprised that I've not seen more of that in the area here lately. So.
Okay, thank you.
And as a follow-up to that too, the work that they're doing up there at Upper Burns Mill and 30, they're actually got a boring bit that they're trying to drill underneath the highway for to be able to extend the water main over from the City Hall side over. And apparently today the auger bit broke off underneath the road about 10 foot from the destination. So very similar to what they went through down here. If y'all remember at the end of Big River Hills down at the Beach Drive, where they're trying to bore under the river last year, and they broke the bit off underneath there too. So they're having some very bad luck with doing this underground boring. But typical of Jefferson County and the rocks that are in the ground here. If you drive out Upper right now and you see that huge pile of rock that they've got there, it's just it's tough to drill through that. So apparently they're bringing in a bigger, better auger system now, and they had ADB in there doing it, and ADB is fairly reputable business. So anyhow,
so is most of Burns Mill serviced by District 6?
either 2 or 6, I believe.
2 does like Frank's Road and part of the mobile home community up there.
Yeah, because we're on 2.
Yeah.
Well,
I think the south side of the city is on 6 and the
Okay.
north on 2. So. All right, thank you, Bob. Moving on, commission reports. Do we have anything commission report wise? Allison, do you know if any?
We do not that I'm aware of.
Okay, moving on to mayor's report. Once again, I wanted to just recognize Frank and his team for the good work they did on Halloween. You know, it was very quiet around here. No, nothing bad. I'll report that our pumpkin was saved. It wasn't destroyed, unlike last year where somebody smashed it in the road. So it was nice to see. But you know, it was a beautiful night, and we had some kids come by our place, and it was just very nice. So glad everybody was safe, and we didn't have anything bad occur. And also want to give thanks to Amy and Monica for getting the recycle grant done, because that's very important. I think to the city, and working with Solid Waste Commission to do this makes that all feasible. Without that additional funding for us, it's something that we couldn't offer. And once again, it's more than just for the city. It's for the county and any residents that want to utilize that. I think we've got a better handle on it now with having Zoe there to help greet everybody and make sure that they're not throwing diapers and paint and whatever else into the recycle container. But it just, it has to be monitored. So I think we've got a fairly good handle on the cost on this now, but I would, Allison, let's put this on the list too for when the new administrator does start, not a first up thing or second thing, but something to look at next year. Is just evaluate what our operational cost is for the recycle center and see how well the grant is able to fund that, to make sure that we're not, expending excessive amount of city finances to support that for all the county to take advantage of.
Absolutely. I've already got a list going, so I'll add it to it.
Wonderful, thank you. All right. That's all I have for mayor's report, so move on to public forum. Amy, is there anything been submitted by the public for questions for the board?
No, there has not.
All right. And moving on down, closed session. I believe we do have a need for a closed session, so I get a motion, please, from the board.
I request a motion. I'll make a motion to adjourn to closed session for the purpose of closed meeting, closed record, closed vote pursuant to RSMO 610.021, number 1, legal, 2, real estate, 3, personnel.
Second,
All right, Galen,
Aye.
Cindy,
aye.
Bob,
Aye.
Mary,
Aye.
and Glenn.
Yes.
All right, well, thank you all for joining tonight. Have a safe rest of the evening, and we'll talk to you next board meeting.
Very good.
We're gonna,
All right.
yeah. All right.
Bye.